Alright. Back on the survival world. I'm a little bit torn on what to do, guys, because obviously 1.18 is a huge update that affects world generation. And I'm torn because on one hand, we've got some cool stuff going in this world, and we have plans and stuff. But on the other hand, it seems a little bit sad to miss out on, like, this whole area that we've walked in is generated in 1.17. When we go to new areas that we haven't been to before, like if we wander off that way, we'll eventually come to chunks that haven't been rendered, and they should be in 1.18 world generation, I think. And if that's the case, I'd be a lot more ready to just stay with this world. But on the chance that even if we go to a place that hasn't been rendered, if it does still render as 1.17, I don't know if I want to keep playing in this world. It might be better for us to start over in a 1.18 world. I don't know. Let's come this way. See, this is, well, that could be 1.17. I know that it can be kind of hard to tell if it's 1.18 or 1.17. I mean, the big tell would be if we find a lush cave, but that's not necessarily the only way to tell. Let's run this way for a little bit. Let's do a little bit of exploring and see if we can confirm whether this has generation for 1.18 or not. See, this is looking more like 1.18, but I could just be wrong. I could just be hopeful. It can be so hard to tell if you don't get in a cave. Those huge caves, the huge underground caves, are like the biggest tell for 1.8. That's a pretty big tell for 1.18. Yeah. All right. So you know what? Yeah, we're gonna stick with this world unless you guys really want me to just update the whole thing to 1.18, because that's definitely not 1.17 generated. You know, if we want to do our anthill, it might be a good idea to do it there. But yeah, because 1.18 gives us the advantage of all those huge underground caves, which would obviously make making our giant anthill significantly easier. To have large cave systems like that already existing. We're gonna climb up this, and it's probably gonna lag out my computer, but it's gonna be fine. Yeah. So the way I'm pretty sure it works, I'm not a huge computer savvy person, but anything that we loaded in previously will not be rendered like this. It'll be rendered as 1.17. And then this, you know, like this did not happen hardly ever, if at all, with 1.17's world generation. This is something that, like, they changed the way the world loads and generates, and how it designs environments and biomes and stuff. So this is, you know, one of the advantages of 1.18 world generation is that you get these crazy amazing environments that you wouldn't normally get. So like this. Wow, actually, this is beautiful. This could be really awesome for an hill. It's just so high up. Alright, well that'll be something for us to decide at a later date, because we need to finish working in the village before we start this huge project. I know we had started a tiny anthill, but that just, I just can't even imagine that now. Now that I've been here and seen this. Look at this. It's just incredible. I think I see one of the giant caves over there. But yeah, so we will continue playing on this world, because now it's like a weird mesh of 1.17 and 1.18. Oh, there's another giant hill over there. Yeah, we'll have to explore around a little bit. Obviously, now that I've seen that there's these huge hills, we probably won't do the anthill. We might make a little anthill by the village, but it won't be the anthill. It will just be a tiny little one. It would be really cool if we could if we just made it like radial ants do, where they have like the main nest and then they'll make radial nests, which are all smaller but all connect back to the huge one. That'd be really cool. So then we could have a bunch of little ones that all connect to a big one. Use Silk Touch pickaxe to get ice to make underground railways with ice and boats that connect them all. That would be really cool. And it's getting nighttime, which means that it's going to be difficult for you guys to see. We're just going to try and get back. We're going to continue working in the village. And yeah, that's just going to be our plan for now. Ooh, nope. I don't have time to deal with you because there will be a lot more spawning in here than just a skeleton. I feel like it did not take us this long to run that far. I might be lost. No, we're good. I think we're good. I think it should be just up over here. Ay, ay, ay. That's a creeper. No, thank you. No, thank you. I really need to get on top of these trees. That would be great. Very, very helpful. Nope. There we go. Oy. Okay. Let's get it to be daytime. This is no fun. The one thing I don't know, we should probably check that too. The one thing that'll be interesting that I don't know, is this was all loaded in 1.17, which means that there should be only like 60 blocks between us and bedrock. 68 blocks between us and bedrock. But in 1.18, there's like 250 blocks. So it'll be interesting to see if this world now... I wonder how deep... Like, this stuff was all loaded in 1.17. I wonder if this is still only like 68 blocks to bedrock, and then new chunks that we load in will be 250. That could also be a bit of a problem. Not gonna lie, that could be a bit of a problem. It would be very interesting to find out. Yeah, let's do that now. Yep, hello. I honestly don't care. I'm just trying to go down. Thank you. Okay. Okay, it might be better if we just dig down, because this is not getting us anywhere quickly. I'm really not interested in fighting anything right now. I literally just want to go down. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go down here. Let's do... Excuse me. Gonna be putting down some doors. Alright. I should make more ladders before we do that too. We're gonna make even more than that because If this goes down more than 64 blocks, I don't want us to get stuck. Okay, you know what, that's fine. We'll use all these ladders eventually anyways. And here we go. Our quest to hit bedrock. Just to see if it's different. And I guess one of the biggest tells will be if we ever come across a deep slate, then we'll know that we do have a hole underground now. And this, honestly, this is probably something I could just Google to find out. But I think it's more interesting to figure it out myself. So hopefully you guys don't mind a slight waste of time. I'm gonna guess that it's not gonna go 250 blocks. I'm gonna guess it's just gonna be the 64. I'm gonna have to plug in my computer, actually. That was not my plan, but the cord is right here. Oh my goodness. And of course it's being so difficult. There we go. All right. Computer is plugged in. Yep. Look at that. Bedrock. Yeah. Well, that is certainly interesting. That'll be interesting when it comes to making, like, if we do make the big nest in the 1.18 loaded chunks, it can go way deeper. Like, any nest we build over here is gonna be only be able to be, you know, 100 blocks deep at the most. But that also brings up, like, the question of, like, I don't want to have to run back through all the caves. If this is all like 150 blocks shallower than the 1.18 chunks, then when I'm building a tunnel connecting the two, am I gonna have to go up? I'll have to start it where it's not gonna run into bedrock. Let's dig out that one to put a torch. I have no idea where this is going to put us out at, but it should be relatively okay. I hear sheep. We are close. And we can also just cover it up with a block of dirt. So it should be doubly fine. I shouldn't have done that one, actually. There we go. Okay. And we'll do 1, 2. And then, where are we? Right at the edge of the village. Okay. So that was our exploring. Lots of questions. I wonder if we get to a chunk where one of the 1.17 and one of the 1.18 are parallel to each other, if we can find like a solid divide of like the bedrock just suddenly stops. That would be so cool. Wait a minute. If we do that, can you build under bedrock right now? Because if it's, we're gonna have to try that at some point. We don't really have the time to do that right now, but we're gonna have to try and find a point where the bedrock of a 1.17 comes into contact with deep slate of the 1.18 chunk and see if you can build under the 1.17 one. that we could have like a whole under bedrock secret base now, if that does work. I have no idea if it does though, so don't quote me on that. Just things to think about, things to look forward to, and things to try. We will build a small anthill here. We've already cleared it off. Like, that's just, we're gonna do it. But this one will be nothing compared to the glory that will be that other giant anthill. So that's something to look forward to. But we do need to think about, since this one's just gonna be a little one, I'm trying to think of the best ways to do this. Probably just ladders. I'll probably do, so this one, since this one's just going to be a really small one, it's probably going to be, let's see. Here's where we're doing the entrance. It's probably just going to be, I dig down this block and put ladders on it, and then we have rooms that branch off of it in different directions when you get down a little ways. Because obviously we have to get down far enough that we're not going to break the surface. So this will probably go down 30 blocks and then start branching out into little chambers that all connect to each other. Oh, hi. With a small spiral staircase. But then that giant one over there will probably do like water elevators and all kinds of things because it's going to be massive. And it'll have these huge open chambers. It's just going to look so cool. I'm really excited for that now. We should add the... We should add to the idea board because we have no ideas. Because we want to do the mega anthill now. And then we also want to find... It would be so cool if we could build under bedrock now for like these chunks where it goes down only so far. Because that could be absolutely amazing. Incredibly dangerous. Like, absolutely one of the most dangerous things you could do. Oh, I don't have any wood. One of the most dangerous... Oh, we do have one blank sign, though. One of the most dangerous things you could do is building under bedrock, but let's do, mega anthill. And secret under bedrock? Question mark? Alright. Doesn't make any sense, but it also does at the same time. The other thing we could do to test this is if we can use the TNT